Yo, what is up, guys? It is DragonLordAzure. We are back with more of our Octopath Traveler playthrough. I hope you guys are doing well. So last we left off, we had finished Olberg's story and we had gotten all the way into Sunshade, all while talking about how it is, you know, having ferrets and guinea pigs in my life now. So now we're going to be progressing with this and seeing what happens with the dancer. At last he's appeared before me. The man marked with a crow. The man who killed my father. Her name is Primrose, and she is a dancer. This is Sunshade, city of 1,000 pleasures, forever shrouded in shadow. Driven into poverty when her noble house fell, she now plies her trade in a tavern, suffering no end of indignities at the hands of her cruel master, Helganish. All for the day she could have her revenge. Then one day he appeared, a man marked by the crow, one of the 3 foul villains who murdered her dear father, and so, aided by her soul friend Yusufa, she sprints from the tavern to the labyrinth below in pursuit. She will need loyal allies on the path she has chosen. Why, yes, we will take Primrose, and Primrose, you will take the spot of Tressa. We obviously would like to hear the beginning of the tale. This way we get a better idea of what is actually happening with the character. Even when the blade is held at your heart, faith shall be your shield. Words of House Elzahart. "10 years ago."
Funny how it works, isn't it? Everything that happens in this world falls into one of 2 neat little categories. Things one is better off knowing, and things one's better off not. Jeffrey Azelhart, I'm afraid you've been poking your nose into the latter.
I have only done as my convictions bade me do. I have no regrets.
I thought you might say something like that. You're making this delightfully easy.
Father!
Make sure he's dead. Let's leave this place before we're seen.
It's done. Huh.
I will never forget. 3 men, each marked with the sign of the crow. One on his left arm. One on his right. And the last on his neck. 3 men. Foul scavengers, just like the bird whose mark they bear. They took my father from me. And I will never forget.
It's kind of sad, though. Literally just sitting there watching your father get murdered in front of you. That's brutal.
Always the same dream.
I wish I had your confidence, Primrose. I couldn't imagine nodding off minutes before my cue.
How nice it must be to be the Master's favorite. Fine. Go on and keep your airs. Act as though you're better than the rest of us.
Alright, Karen.
It doesn't change the fact that you're just another dancer in the sands, Primrose.
So it's the Karen trio.
Nothing
Gotcha.
but a kept woman. Here to flatter the dignity of men who pay for the privilege.
And what exactly are you doing? You're no better.
I suppose you're right.
Unbelievable.
enough chatter. Master Helganish is coming.
I love how they're judging her for being a dancer to make a living and everything when they don't understand her full story. And yet, they're doing the same exact thing she is.
Do I keep you women to titter here in the shadows? My customers are waiting for their entertainment. The opening act should be on that stage already. Now, get out there and earn your keep. What a bunch of useless strays. But not you, Primrose. You are the only one I can rely on.
You flatter me, Master.
Oh, hardly. Why, this tavern's custom has increased tenfold since you stepped on our stage. But do not go forgetting yourself. It was I who groomed you for this role.
And I will be forever grateful for that, Master.
You were an ignorant girl when I picked you up. Completely useless. I've taught you everything you know. What happened to your sweet little smile? Who puts a roof over your head and food on your plate? Who bought the jewels that adorn your pretty neck? Who made you the most sought-after dancer in this dusty old town? It was me, all me. You owe me, kitten, and I'll see that debt repaid.
Yes, Master.
Good then. Purr sweetly, and I may give you a treat.
God, fucking
Don't
disgusting.
dally when you're done with your show. I will be waiting in my chamber. I'll have you purr for me some more.
Primrose, it's your cue.
I'm coming.
Put your face back on now, kitten.
Yes, Master.
God, fucking disgusting. The tavern lies at the end of the central road just past the bazaar. I mustn't dally any longer. Well, it's a good thing I already know where it is, because I was just stealing from everybody. I mean, borrowing. Borrowing from people. This way, Primrose. Get a move on. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. Thank you, bye. Got
There
this
you are.
waiting long enough, Primrose.
Forgive me.
I was fixing my hair. Better be worth it. You're our best chance of getting to eat tonight. And the customers have been waiting.
I am ready.
Let the show begin. It's her! Watch over me, Father. That day, I swore revenge against the men who took you from me. The three marked by the crow. My once proud house fallen. I left home far behind, following their trail. That trail has led me here. I heard one of them passes through here on his travels. It was the smallest scrap of hope, but it was all I had. Until I find him, there is no disgrace I will not endure. Losing my honor is nothing compared to the pain of losing you. Father, I will not stop until I find the three and see justice served. And until I avenge you, I will dance. She is willing to do anything. Anything.
How?
To find the killers. I think I'm in love. How about a private show, darling? You're all too kind. And too handsome, I might add. Not bad, Primrose. Not bad. Thank you. Look at your sandals. It seems you've gone and broken a strap. Go back to the dormitory and fetch yourself another pair.
Yes.
Most happily. So it's like she's willing to endure any kind of, you know, mental abuse, physical abuse, you know, she's willing to do anything in order to find the men that killed her father. Papa, I'm going to be in a play. I'll be the princess and everyone look at me. You'll come and watch too, won't you?
Yes.
Of course, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
Many thanks, my lord. Teehee, how was that? And guess what, Papa? When I grow up, I'm gonna be a beautiful dancing girl. The star of the stage. Dancing girl? That is a dream best forgotten. But why, Papa? Helena, my dear, you want to grow up and be a fine lady, yes? Like the princess you will play? Then it would be better not to say such things. Not in this town, at least. But what's wrong with dancing? It's so much fun.
What?
Look at her. She's beautiful. Hello, child.
Oh, come now.
Come now, Helena, this way. I'll tuck you into bed back at the inn. Papa has business to attend to tonight.
Yes.
Suppose I should get back to my own work. It's very interesting the way that he said that. A thorn? Oh, someone fetch a handkerchief. Primrose seems to be bleeding, the poor dear. Perhaps she's gotten a blister. She's always dancing oh so passionately.
Are you alright?
Are you alright, Prim?
Yes.
I'm fine. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Hey!
Don't you think that's enough already? Do you take such pleasure in others' pain? We're nothing but the master's playthings, all of us. And we all know what happens to the girls who displease him, or have you forgotten? Beaten half to death and tossed in the gutter, left for dead, sick and starving.
Stop that!
We all know well enough where we stand. We know what he can do to us. Then why do you torment one of your own?
Many thanks.
Thank you, Yusufa. But there's no need for you to make foes on my behalf. Prim?
You.
What are you doing, yowling back here? Sheath your claws, it's time for work. Or do you think money flows into my coffers by itself? Get out there and collect your tips.
Wait a minute.
Not you, Primrose. You stay. What was that sorry show you gave today?
I think not.
Do you think I'm blind? One glance is all I needed to know your mind was not where it ought to be. I can see every thought in that pretty, empty little head of yours, and they were a knot of dancing tonight. You haven't forgotten your debts now, have you? You haven't forgotten who owns you? You know that the fate that awaits you if you dare defy me, don't you, kitten? I'm warning you because I care, Primrose. I wouldn't want anything untoward happen to my shining star.
Forgive me.
I'm sorry, Master. Forgive me.
The truth is...
I was simply remembering the first day I came here to you. Oh, are you now? Not a day, not a moment passes when I am not thankful for all you have given me. Pray forgive my lack of focus today, Master. It will not happen again. Oh, my dear Primrose. I too often think back to that day you came to my door. Just imagining the sight of you dancing for me, as sweet and as innocent as you were, it tickled me so. And you met my every expectation. You have been my best investment. But tonight you have displeased me, and for this you must atone. The crowd is looking thin tonight. Out on the streets with you and bring us some custom. Custom with coin enough to cover this week's expenses. If you can do that, I may still go easy on you. At least relatively so, kitten.
Yes.
You are kind, Master. Ugh. Even I feel weird saying it. Ugh. Bravo, Prim. That was the performance for the ages. How did you do it? I want to vomit every time I have to call him Master. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be collecting tips?
Are you alright?
I was worried about you. How's your foot?
What?
What? Here, use this. A handkerchief? Be careful out there, okay? Alright, so Primrose can allure townspeople into following her. Okay. Would you like to come with me? Pray come hither. Well, time to put on a different kind of show. This one looks to be the likely sort.
Excuse me.
Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhaps you'd care to share it with me?
My apologies.
A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early on the morrow. Must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you could tell me more over a drink? I'd love to get to know you better.
Most unfortunate.
I'm most afraid I cannot.
Excuse me.
I dance at the tavern just down the street. I'd be happy to put on a show just for you. Oh my! I'm going to allure you now. Admit it. Wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me? I cannot resist such beauty. Pray come hither. The beauty is too much. He cannot resist. Yes, that one's pocket looks sufficiently deep.
Excellent.
Good work, kitten. You will be treated well tonight.
Many thanks.
You honor me. The seats are starting to fill. See that not a single cup goes empty.
Yes.
As you wish.
Beg pardon.
Good evening, gentlemen. Primrose, you're looking more and more lovely each time I see you. It's been a while since we last enjoyed your company. Will you be with us long this evening? As long as you'll have me for, my dear. Is that so? I'll have to give it some thought then. I'll see you again later.
Till next
If
time.
that's all, I'll be taking my leave. Right there. There, on his left arm. Mark of the Crow. How long have I waited for this day? Finally, you appear before me. This night, at long last, justice will be served. No. I can't let him get away.
You.
And where do you think you're going? Just curious. So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten?
I think not.
You wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customers before the night is through now, would you? Back to work, Primrose. I trust I don't need to repeat myself. You do remember what happens to the wicked little kittens who cross me, don't you? This is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again.
Are you alright?
Prim, what's the matter? It's not like you to look all flustered like this. You don't need to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You can slip out the back door on the upper floor. You shouldn't get involved. You will put yourself at risk. Look, Prim, maybe you don't tell me what you're thinking.
Come on!
But that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side and I always will be. On my side? When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, you were always the only one who stood by me. You never say much. You're always so distant, aloof even. But I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles. I know you better than you think, Prim.
I know that deep down, you have a good heart.
A good heart? Yusufa. Thank you. Always a woman of few words. I wouldn't have it any other way. And where? Yeah, I figured that. You will bring the woman I need, won't you know? Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever is a man to do. I can assure you, my lord, I am doing all that I can. Hogonish, we're friends, are we not? Friends take care of one another, yes. They do not disappoint each other.
Yes!
I will do everything in my power. I saw a fine girl dancing in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my own. So it is I thought Helganish knows him.
Listen to me.
Bring the woman to the place marked on this map. And Helganish, try not to keep me waiting.
Yes!
But of course, my lord. So I must pursue that foul crow. Don't get involved. This is my problem, not yours. But I suppose you're free to do as you please. Come on already if you're coming. Alright, so we are going to now check out everything. So she is pure dagger only. Okay, so the singing dagger puts her up to 106. It's not bad. The piercing dagger will make her better. So we are gonna at least do the piercing dagger on her. Let's see, round shield. We'll take one round shield. Give her the round shield. Beautiful. And then we're gonna give her the, no, not the Grand Helm, the Saintly Tiara. Because I believe the Saintly Tiara is massively better. And then we are going to, for her sake, actually, the fur robe is actually the best choice. Because, I mean, physical defense on Theron goes down by 8, but elemental, I don't really use elemental attack. Yeah, elemental attack is nice on her, but her physical defense goes down by, what, 12? Or no, goes down by 8. And then his speed goes down drastically. That's not what I'm willing to give up. So we'll get rid of this stuff. Get rid of all of this. Beautiful. All right. So it looks like we are all set to go. So this is where we're going to end this episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Next episode, we'll head into Primrose's fight sequence of her intro story. We'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next episode. Peace.